the more tough your times are, the more important it becomes to challenge them with an aggressive attitude to change them positively in your favor. Using technology to broaden your mind is one very important skill that you must have instead of following idiot celebrities and a lot of other idiot people who do not add genuine value in your life and do sell you insecurities. Just cutting them off from your life is one paramount step. We all are just averse to change. Any change. Yo guys, namaskaram. So, Debukidastak is a platform where we talk on mental health and a lot of other sensitive issues, right? So, basically, the entire aim of this channel is to build a community around sensitive issues and make people feel comfortable about themselves. So, basically, if you're new here, consider subscribing. Our mission is to empower you with ideas to live smartly and joyfully. The world is full of suffering, but let us increase our competence to deal with things joyfully. And just a tip, so all these are basically conversations, so I might suggest that you should watch these conversations at 1.5x. You can increase the playback speed through the button in the settings. Cheers and enjoy watching. Yo guys, namaskaram. So today I wanted to talk about certain fundamentals through which you can face challenges in your life in a more joyful way, in a less stressful way for that matter. So, I think the most fundamental thing that we fear in life is whether situations would go our way or not. We usually get stressed by any minor thing not going our way. The reason for this is that we are creatures who live in the short term instead of accepting that life is long on one level. If you're watching this, I'm assuming that you can read and write reasonably well and do not belong to a fundamental group of people where food becomes a heavy challenge for everyday life. I would like to give you some fundamentals on dealing with a lot of problems in life. You might have heard them elsewhere. I would not say anything revolutionary, but just give you some hooks which can sort your mind and help you get some perspective on life. So, I believe that in this day and age of the internet, there are more psychological problems which hamper us than any physical suffering. We have become our own enemies and want to become a friend with the world outside. The number one thing that I urge you to do right this moment is to reverse that script, become your own friend. To take an example from the business world, people feel excessively overwhelmed by the lack of numbers who do not listen to their message, or let's say who do not want to buy their product. But in reality, what drives a business forward is connecting with the few limited number of people who really do listen to you, and how deeply are you connecting with them, with their spirit per se. So, not focusing on the entire world, but on the chosen few who are willing to give their time to you is what drives a business forward, because then a lot of factors come into play. The word of mouth comes into play, and then a snowball effect kind of rolls it down further. So, my question to you, my dear friend, is that if you ha- read about great people, why are you not following their example in life? Do you just want to read them and tarnish their legacy? What makes you stop? Would you have even read about them had they not done something which was true to their heart? Had they followed the path which everyone around them was suggesting, we would hardly care. Everyone kind of turns to dust, right? Everyone, death knocks on everyone's doorstep. But what matters is for the time you live your life, how deeply you have impacted your people, because then those people would carry your legacy forward. So, I think it's a very good metric that the greater the resistance you meet in life, the stronger you grow in life. Don't feel fear of facing resistance in life. Instead, you should thank your life that what you're going through, very few people in this world would go through that in life. All change starts with how much you are willing to understand and deepen your connection with the life around you. This does not only include people but all other life forms as well. We are so bloody well entitled to just humans that we let go of all other precious lives on the planet. A very famous statistical study says that, and I quote, like at least 680 vertebrate species have been driven to extinction since the 16th century, and more than 9% of all domesticated breeds and mammals used for food and agriculture had become extinct by 2016, with at least 1000 more breeds still threatened. End quote. So this is from the sustainable goals page of the UN. So I think using technology to broaden your mind is one very important skill that you must have, instead of following idiot celebrities and a lot of other idiot people who do not add genuine value in your life and do sell you insecurities. Just cutting them off from your life is one paramount step. Don't limit yourself to the old comfortable ways. Why are you not having a youthful spirit in your heart to just be excited to learn and grow every day? We all are just averse to change, any change. And if we see someone doing that, then we attack it. Why can't you for once accept that it's okay to fail? I would get up, learn, and attack the problem again. Is it really a big deal to fail in life? What scares me the most is not having tried at all and dying with regrets in life. Life flashes by. Days becomes weeks in an instant. Weeks becomes month in an instant. And then suddenly you hit 40 and damn, an existential crisis just is sitting for you at your door. So people do all sorts of things to let go of that feeling, but the truth is you can never let that go until you start standing up for yourself and what you believe to be is right. Because a lot of people you might have seen start companies at 40s 50s because for the first time in their life they're standing up for themselves. It's better to be late than to never start, right? You might have seen a lot of these people quoting things like this. So no matter how famous the thing that the group is doing, I would not follow that if it does not make sense. It just takes one individual to change the fate of our planet. So my question to you is that, do you want to become a Hitler or a Charlie Chaplin? So I had studied somewhere that like all they had was a 4 day difference between their birth dates. I think Charlie Chaplin was born in 16th April and Hitler 20th April 1889 or something. So they are like so starkly similar from the birthplaces and all those things, but they're so different in their actions towards life. One ripped the planet apart and gave irreplaceable suffering to lots and lots of people. One wanted to remove suffering without even speaking a word. Like their actions speak a lot about them. So I think you can surmount any challenge if you trust in the power which your spirit holds. The only question is, are you willing to strive for it or not? Are you willing to let go of your old beliefs, your old rotten self, and become a new self in the process? Because any change is hard for that matter, because you're letting go of your core beliefs, things which you deeply believe to be true in life at one point of time. I think we get swayed by our emotions easily. It's important that we kind of define our core values and stand by them. Problems and adversities give you a perspective. They put you on a pedestal which lets you see humans and a lot of other people from a place which you could have never seen otherwise. Why should we include people? Let us also include all other life forms. You relate with them deeply, like their everyday struggles in life. Now, the only question is that whether you want to use it to your advantage or make a mess out of that suffering by constantly feeling that you have been wronged. It's a choice which you must make. So, I think becoming stronger both physically and mentally, wiser in your approach towards life, and also better as a person in your character is what defines the core of a lot of philosophies around the world. You start to do that by taking action and then engaging in a healthy dialogue with other people, a discussion of ideas which should radiate your being, and it also gives birth to the spirit of hope in the hearts of other people who are suffering, who are always filled with clouds of doubt, insecurities, and all other numerous ways in which they hurt themselves. The more tough your times are, the more important it becomes to challenge them with an aggressive attitude, to change them positively in your favor. So, a key to facing any situation joyfully, I might say, is to fully accept that situation first, not wishing it to be anything different than what it is, and then asking yourself the question, what the hell can I do to solve this problem, even if it is solved by 1% today or like 0.01% today. So, even if it takes 100 days to solve that problem completely, how the hell can I solve this problem 1% at a time right now, just for today? This fundamental question can change the trajectory of your life and the way you kind of approach problems in life. So, you would see that once you start solving that problem or a set of problems in your life which you currently face, even if you reach 10%, your heart would radiate with the joy of moving forward. We are psychologically built to move forward in life. Do that. Like, why the hell do you want a short term fixed solution towards your life, like a band aid type of solution, when life itself is giving you the opportunity to train yourself and forge yourself into a warrior who can, like, surmount lots and lots of obstacles? So, this is kind of a perspective list which I keep in handy at times, and I would just like to share it with you so that, like, it kind of creates some value in your life. So, let me know what you feel about it. And this is Debashish Pindra from Debukidastak signing off. Cheers. Just a couple of updates. So, my website is live now. So you can go to www.debukidastak.com. There you'll find a lot of resources. I have my blog running there. I have my reading list for the years. If you have any suggestions, comments, I'll be happy to take that feedback in and improve, because I just want to build a community which is hell smart and just always living in the world of ideas and making things happen.